Now, with the royal family unwell here in the UK, has there been any word from California? According to reports, Harry and Meghan have tried to contact the King and Kate following the shock announcements of their surgeries. It's reported the Sussexes were told the news privately by Buckingham Palace before it was made public. A source said the King and Princess of Wales have received support from Prince Harry and Meghan regarding their health. The Duke and Duchess contacted both parties in different ways to pass on their concerns. But there was no mention of his ailing relatives when Harry picked up an aviation award at a glitzy ceremony on Saturday in Los Angeles. Because, of course, we all know that Prince Harry, in addition to being a dashing prince, is also one of the world's top aeronautical, acrobatic, amazing, Concorde flight.
Here we go.
Spitfire
That's not what it's about.
All of those things. He once flew a plane. John Travolta quite liked him. He went to an award ceremony and he won.
What? And you're expecting him to mention his father's enlarged prostate at an award ceremony? Come on.
Hang on, let me finish. I would have. Do you know what? I would have said, you know, at the end, I'm not a Harry attacker.
I would have dedicated my award.
At the very end, I'd have said, I'd like to say at the very end, thank you.
One in the family.
And I hope my father and Kate, I hope they're well.
Do you,
no.
really?
I think
that would have been terrible. Because
I don't think it would have been appropriate.
It would have been a lovely thing to do. He didn't have to do it. I'm not criticising him massively. It would have been a nice thing.
Don't go into PR.
It would have been a nice thing to do.
Don't go into
How
PR.
would he be criticised for wishing his father well?
He would have been criticised.
It's just weird.
People would have said he's mentioned Kate and Charles so he can get more publicity for himself at this award ceremony. That's what people would have said, inevitably.
Or make it seem like he's the one that's the good guy who's always reaching out.
He could have woven it in there somehow.
It wouldn't have been necessary.
He's got speechwriters.
I mean, I think most
people can
people
do
have...
this stuff.
No, I'm sorry. Most people have an issue with the fact that he won the award in the first place as opposed to the fact that he didn't shout. I mean, this man only served about 30 weeks of active service in the role that he did to win as an
let's not go back into the aviation.
That's what most people have an issue with, not the fact that he didn't shout out his family.
But the point is here, if they had publicly put out a tweet, we would have all said, oh, look at them publicly putting out, sharing it. Do you remember when he shared the phone call with the father that was meant to, with his father that was meant to be private? And we all said, why can't you just make a phone call to your father and not tell us all about it?
Exactly.
And now they haven't publicly, or have they publicly? We don't know. We're in the realms of speculation.
I don't actually think it's really any of our business whether they have or have not made contact.
Of course not.
But if they have and they've done it privately, I mean, I did laugh at some of the language that they said they tried to make contact. I mean, frankly, I think they know how to make contact. I think they know how to get in touch.
Yellow
I think they've
pages.
got their numbers. Yeah, exactly. Mobile page. But I think, you know, that's a private matter. I would, depending on how serious it is, given that they seem to comment on pretty much everything else on their social media, I would have thought that, you know, at this time, you know, our thoughts, you know, of wishing so-and-so well, better, whatever. But I agree that there is a potential negative. So on this particular occasion, I don't have anything negative to say either about Harry or Meghan in this.
Good.
It's up to them how they do it.
But again, there's full of misinformation there, James, saying they comment about everything on their social media. They don't. They really don't. They use their social media for their charity work. That's pretty much it. They keep their mouths quiet on social media, but
they seem to find ways to make their views.
More misinformation.
If you can't crowbar an enlarged prostate story into an aeronautical awards, I don't know what you can.
Again, Collins.
I mean, I don't know.
See, it would have been seamless. It would have been great.
He could have talked about mid-air refuelling and then moved it into, I don't know.
Definitely not.
There are
into
ways
PR.
of doing these things.